concept of zero trust, I would argue, is something that's not really well understood. It's I would say, a much hyped term. Many vendors have adopted that terminology to describe their architecture. So it has kind of a loose meaning. And so, when we were starting to think about it, Zscaler has been really pioneering zero trust since day one. We were the first to market with our zero trust network access solution, and has since really kind of been the forefront of what we call our zero trust exchange, which is our massive cloud, security in the cloud. So we thought it'd be a good idea to really put some pen to paper and define exactly what we mean by zero trust and zero trust architecture. And what we did was we broke it into 7 specific elements that describe exactly what a zero trust architecture needs to have for it to be truly zero trust. Now, are we saying this is the only way to implement zero trust? No. Certainly there are variations of this, but we believe that these 7 elements, and I'll go through them now, are the basis of it. So elements 1, 2, 3 are all about understanding the identity, context, and destination of the user. So we ask the question, who are you? Right? Identity needs to be the basis of zero trust because you're no longer applying general network access, you have to apply identity-based access. So understanding who you are, understanding where you're going, understanding what your context is. Are you going there in the basis that you have malicious file downloaded before? Are you going there with a machine that's under provision, that's not running antivirus? These are all contextual things that we need to know about the user. So there are steps 1, 2, and 3, elements 1, 2, 3 of the system. Then we care about user risk, we care about data prevention or data loss prevention, and we care about malicious content. So those 3 are about number 4, risk, right? So are you a risky user? Do you have a history of downloading malicious files? Do you have a user risk score that maybe is lower than the threshold that we've set? And then beyond that, we are looking to see, because our cloud is able to inspect content in line, are you responsible for exfiltrating data out? Are you taking sensitive data out of the organization? Or on the converse side, are you bringing in bad stuff, botnets, malicious content into the environment? And all that put together leads to element number 7, which is the enforcement of policy. So we take everything we've looked at before. We look at the identity, the context, the destination, the risk, data loss, malicious content, cyber threat, and we use that in addition to app segmentation policies to ultimately enforce the policy. And policy enforcement could be a bunch of different things. At the very extreme level, it could be a full block of access to the application, or at the other side, it could be a full allow. But there's a lot of things in between. Could be an allow, a conditional allow, could be a quarantine, could be an isolation through browser isolation, or it could be something we've introduced recently, deception. What if you potentially have a stolen credential? And we see some very odd behavior of where you are typically going, and now you're going to special places and trying to do different things. We might say, oh, maybe that's a stolen credential, and then send you over to a honeypot server in order to deceive you and track your movements. And then ultimately, that and only then do we make the connection to the application once all of those 7 steps are accomplished.